Hello, Internet people. I'm recording this from my friend Darcy's blog, but I know there are other people out there who might benefit from my experience and my tips. I ran the Disney Princess Half Marathon last weekend at Walt Disney World, and I just have a few things that might be beneficial. So I had chosen a 3-month training plan. It was Hal Higdon's 12-week program for novice beginner type people, and it really helped set me up for a great race experience. It didn't amp up my mileage too quickly, and while I did suffer a little bit of tendonitis and had to take 2 weeks off, that wasn't a big deal because the way I had been training, I was able to just get right back into it without any worries or any setbacks. My first tip would be to get properly fitted for your running shoes. I used to go for the pretty ones, and that wasn't really good for me. So I went to Runner's Depot, and they had me walk around, and they, take a look at my gait, and they saw that I pronate. So they put me in a pair of Asics, and it was awesome. And so also find a way to track your training progress. I prefer Runkeeper on my phone because I can listen to music at the same time, and it gives me vocal commands and stuff like that. And I can also link it to my Facebook, which is good for accountability. I have 2 or 3 running partners down here, and sometimes we'll meet in a group for training runs, and that's really great because long runs can get really, really boring, and there's only so many times you can listen to Bulletproof before you go crazy. So also, I started to develop a mantra. I would tell myself to fly, because sometimes I would lose my form, or whatever, and I just wanted to fly. And then also I would tell myself run like a T-Rex, and that helped me focus on my form because I tend to slouch and stuff, so that helped me, push my chest out and put my shoulders back and keep my arms free and loose, not clench my fists, that kind of thing. And then also don't overtrain. Overtraining is a huge problem. And thankfully, anytime that I caught myself doing it, I was able to put myself in check and really say, don't do too much too fast. This is your first time. So Disney-specific tips, I would definitely recommend getting a park pass. You really do want to have the Disney experience. But one thing I would say is do the Disney stuff after the race, because doing it before can kind of thrash your legs. And that's what I did. That's a mistake I made. I spent 2 days in the parks, and I probably could have done better on race day had I not destroyed my legs walking around in the hot sun. Be overly prepared for conditions on race day. The weather leading up to the race this year, it was super hot on Friday, and then it was windy and cold on Saturday, and the cold and the wind continued through on Sunday. I didn't know what to expect, really. Weather in Orlando is slightly different than where I live, and so the morning of the race, I put on sunscreen, I put on Body Glide, I had a jacket, I had gloves. So it's best to be prepared for both cold and hot, rain and dry and everything like that. Utilize the bag check. This is another mistake I didn't make. I should have, had stuff set aside for after the race, because I had taken my jacket and my gloves off, and by the end of the race I was freezing and I didn't have anything to put on. I actually had to take my friend's jacket because my fingernails were turning blue. So also a good idea would be to fuel up the night before. Thankfully, Darcy and Jimmy, they had a big spaghetti dinner the night before the race, and I actually force-fed myself 2 plates of spaghetti because I did not want to have to worry about running out of gas on race day. So that was a big plus. Also, get plenty of sleep the night before the race. I only got about 5 hours of sleep because I was really, really excited. I was like a kid on Christmas. I just couldn't get to sleep. But definitely, that's one less thing. You don't want to be tired on race day. And then also, enjoy every moment of the race. A lot of the, attractions and stuff like that during the race, I pretty much just breezed past them because I was in the zone, But it was really nice to hear all the people cheering, go, 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 you're doing a good job. People I didn't even know, And it was awesome to see all the characters out there and waving at them and high-fiving them and stuff. So that was awesome. The day before the race, I was pretty nervous. I couldn't sit still, but then once I'd had dinner and I was like, okay, I can do this. Let's do this tomorrow. Let's go. And then the morning of the race, I was eerily calm. I mean, I was excited. I was like, yay, but I wasn't, shaking in my boots. I was just like, let's go. I want to do this right now. And I wanted, want it under my belt kind of thing. And then after the race, it was really cool because I took myself to Epcot and I had my medal on, and it was really cool. All the cast members were like, congratulations, princess. And it was awesome to see everyone else, walking around with their medals on and stuff like that. There was a lot of us. So, and I wasn't as sore as I thought I was going to be. I thought I was going to be hobbling around, it was my first big race. But I'm thankful that I did actually walk around because it really helped shake out the kinks and stuff. So hopefully these tips helped you, and registration for the Disney Wine and Dine starts March 13th. I will be registering for that one, so I hope to see everyone there or at next year's Princess Run. All right, take care.